Orisha for another day to bask in the goodness of Onile's sacred earth. Every day given is very special, and here are a few details, cosmic details, pertaining to how. I'm iiiYansaje T.Muse, and this is your early rising or your evening settling mystic forecast.
Shealafiani and Ikule. How is everyone doing this evening? I'm hoping you're doing as well as I'm feeling. It is after 9 o'clock p.m. and thus time for your nightly mystic forecast. And as always, I am iiiYansaje T.Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, bringing you all the music, the mystics, and the mojo on tonight's forecast. I'm broadcasting live from my YouTube channel, so if you aren't already, go ahead and hit that like button, the subscribe button, so that you can be notified every time the forecast comes on. I'm also broadcasting from my Facebook pages, the one for 222.9, the Mothership Internet Radio, and also iiiYansaje Muse, and my Moon Daily page, Mother Blue Hues. And that one has a matching Instagram, so if you aren't already, hit the link. Well, I'm going to post it later on in the broadcast, but you will have access to the entire iiiYansaje Muse experience. And this is your moon-ruled Yemoja venerated moon day. And so this is the day that we set the emotional tone for the rest of the week. So I hope everybody got their emotions aligned, and that's going to be, I won't say difficult, but pretty intense today because we have a lot of moon mastery energy that you got about 2 hours and some change to make the most of before the clock strikes 12. Biblically, this is day 1 of the week, the first day of the 7-day cycle, the day that, well, there was never a scripture that said, let there be water, because the water was always there, and all living things come from the waters. Ashe. And the creation story is consistent in the Ifa Orisha creation Pataki that says that all living things came from the water, and thus the reason why Yemaja is the mother of all Orisha. And most Ifa Orisha traditions, Moon Day is the day that venerates Yemaja. And other days and other lineages, this is the day of the week that belongs to Eshu. Either way, there's still arrows pointing to the need to align those emotions. And that's the reason why I'm here, honey. Moon Day is also the day that's the turn-up day for those that are born in Zodiac House 4, and we are still in Zodiac House 4 season and the third decan of Cancer season. So we have a lot of moon energy. It's the moon energy ruling the zodiac sign. Moon is the ruling day of the week. And tonight's moon is also waning in the house of Cancer. So there's a lot of emotional energy there that can be resolved at a very high vibration on this day. So all day long here on the Mothership, we've been giving you the old school divine mothers of song. And that's music from Aretha Franklin, Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle. Y'all know what I mean. I'm going to give you a quick peek at what you have to look forward to each and every moon day on the Mothership. And when I come back, we're going to talk about what's so special about the moon day that came today. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, and this is your nightly mystic forecast. Only on your Mystic Haven on the airwaves, 222.9 The Mothership. Beam up.
Blues, I don't sing 'em. I tranquilize in their hue. Now my mouth pours truth. And iiiYansaje Muse, haiku. Moon talk, mother peace, found mother peace, throat chakra healing, waters, blues, spirits, films, music, sea creature messages, guided meditation, poetry, mysteries of the wine dark sea, healing stones and shells, blue things, rhyme, iiiYansa's glass water, dreams and wisdom, cleansing, healing, it's all inside, come on in. Every moon day on Mother Blue Hues with iiiYansaje Muse. Monday, Moon Day, okay. Back to the start of a new 7 days. How her mystery moves ocean waves. She, Mother Moon, waxes, wanes, all over Earth's surface she rules this day. Stirring our inner emotions, inner water reflects soul mirrors. Reflections may be shivers, but balance this. Coming off a weekend high, we're moody today naturally. And here's why. She helps align shadow sides. Libations through eyes cleanses the soul to rise. Positive vibes before your trade, daily play, or 9 to 5. Monday, Moon Day. Okay. An iiiYansaje Muse short poem.
And we're back. So in case you're just now joining us, I am iiiYansaje Muse, giving you your nightly mystic forecast on 222.9 The Mothership Internet Radio. And I titled tonight's show The Mastery of New Moons because it is the 17th of July, 2023, and the day vibrates on a 22-4. And a double 2 is a double feminine. It also represents partnerships. It represents the receptive force, and a lot of us get lost in the receptive force. There's so much power in just being open to receive the seed that is planted, cultivated, and birthed. That's a lot that has to do with the divine feminine essence. And today vibrates on a 22 that adds up to a number 4, and 4 is the number of foundations. The earth moves in 4s. North, south, east, west, summer, autumn, winter, spring, dawn, noon, dusk, midnight. There's a lot of 4s elements: earth, wind, fire, water. There's a lot of 4s. So, foundations dealing in emotions may be calling you to set a new foundation tonight based on switching some things up in your emotional state or making some new pacts with yourself as to how you're going to emotionally manage this walk called life. The moon tonight is new, and it's a new moon in Cancer, and it's Cancer season. So that's another double moon energy aligned with the season and the mastery of the daily number 4. Zodiac house 4 is Cancer season, so this is a very strong new moon to work under tonight. And new moons, for those of us that don't know, new moons are ideal for setting new intentions. Set intentions related to your nurturing nature. Set intentions that are dealing with your new partnerships. Set intentions that will give you a solid foundation and a solid foothold on life. iiiYansaje Ojo Aje. Ojo Aje is the Yoruba word or the Yoruba day of the week for Monday, and that's the day of financial resolutions. So what do we do to create some things that will create currency for us? Because emotions flows, water flows, and we love to call currency what? A cash flow. So start looking at your energy like your money, honey. Be careful where you spend it. And all of this energy is here for you tonight to allow you to become a lot more emotionally grounded in your foundations and to set new tones in what you're going to do financial wise and in terms of partnerships, because you got all these 2s and all this moon energy. So this is a good time to divinely align with that energy and allow yourself to be moved with the heavens. As the earth is moving in the direction of the moon moves the waters, and our bodies are 85% of. So it's a good idea to go in tonight, as you got 2 hours and some change to make the most of this energy. So new moon tonight, make sure that you are setting your intentions. I'm iiiYansaje Muse. This is your nightly mystic forecast, and when I come back, we're going to talk more about the quasars. Ashe.
Oshun. Obatala Shango gold trims awaken my melanin's platinum.
over Oya colored satin. Yemaja priestess patented from the finest African fabrics. A house that crowns Oris and the quality is lavish. The ancestors are laughing and it fits when our shape shift from oracle to savage. It's a habit. This experience, this essence, you can have it. Just go to the House of Crowns, choose your fabric, your package, and grab it. Ashe. Unleash some traditional royalty into your wardrobe and home with some high fashion bonnets, robes, traditional head wraps, robe and bonnet sets, table liners, aprons, quilt designs, and more from iiiYansaje's House of the Crowns. They are created from the finest imported African fabrics, inspired by the love of authentic African textile art. They come in various alluring colors and patterns. Anything you choose comes with the spiritual essence that honors our ancestral legacy and heritage. House of the Crown's creator is none other than Omoyemaja IiiYansaje. And that's not all. Like my bracelets, indulge in a monthly or quarterly self-love subscription box to deeper embrace your traditional royal femininity. The boxes come with all sorts of sets and extra gifts that remain a mystery until you open the box. So what are you waiting for? Visit the iiiYansaje House of the Crowns today at iiiYansajeHouseofthecrown.com or email at iiiYansajeHouseofthecrown@gmail.com. Bring some traditional African royalty into your wardrobe and your world. Ashe. Variations of Blue. Sea-inspired handmade healing stone jewelry. iiiYansaje's glass gourd bottle art. Published books, recorded poems, ebooks, Mother Blue Hue's online courses, Mother Peace Round Tarot, and dream interpretation readings, and other Yemoja or Lokun inspired handmade mystic oddities, all created by iiiYansaje T.Muse, the Mothership Mystic Boutique, the Moon Collection. All proceeds go to 222.9 The Mothership. Beam up. And we're back. So in case you're just now joining us, I'm iiiYansaje Muse, the mother of the mothership, bringing you your nightly mystic forecast. Those of you that are listening over the airwaves of 222.9, the mothership internet radio, you are listening to the sounds of Marion Meadows and his rendition of Deep Waters. And yes, we are. We are in the deep water energy of Yemaja, Mamiwata, Olokun, Ora, and all the water deities that move the waters with the tides, with the moons. It is July 17th, 2023. And if you were born on today, happy solar return. May the ancestors, may the Orisha, and may Ifa guide you with many, many more. Filled with Bobo Ire. And what Bobo Ire means is many are all the blessings. But if you were born on today, you are self-reliant, resourceful, and very understanding. You spend much time and thought in making your home artistic and attractive. You enjoy entertaining, and you are an interested and brilliant conversationalist. By your kindly manner, you will create a happy and pleasant home life. So those of you that have people in your life that are born on this day, make sure you give them some extra love. And all of you crab bucket people, go ahead and get your last 4 days of the turn up, honey, because on the 21st is Leo season and we coming out gun blazing. That's right. If you are born between the 13th and the 21st of July, you are actually half Pisces because that is your sub-ruler in Cancer's third domain. third decan. In the season of the Kemetic way of the stars, we are in the season of Bast, the cat goddess. And in the 12 figures of African spirituality, we have already entered into the fire sign of the witch and the judge. There will be more coming up on other zodiac systems later on. As of right now, we're just acknowledging the main ones that are there. We are currently in the midst of three planetary retrogrades, and we are 7 days away, maybe six or five. Hold on, 23rd. Okay, yes, we are 5 days away from Venus retrograde. But the three retrogrades that we are in now, that's Pluto, so give the Scorpios a little extra room to breathe from May 1st until October 11th. Scorpio's gonna be acting funny right now because their planet is in retrograde, but these behavior changes are going to be subtle because it's the most subtle of retrogrades, perhaps because Pluto is the furthest one from the Earth. You want to embrace your transformation. Allow yourself to close old chapters and end old relationships that do not serve your highest being. We are also in the midst of Saturn retrograde, which affects Capricorns and Aquariuses. So if you are close to Capricorns and Aquariuses, or you are a Capricorn or Aquarius, be a little more patient with yourself. And if you have these people close to you, be a little more patient with them. We went into Saturn retrograde on June 17th. We're coming out November 4th. And this is an ideal time to learn important life lessons. Embrace those deeper crossroads. Keep your priorities in check. Get those rewards for self mastery when you practice self discipline and your deepest self expression. Saturn energy deals the most with the carnal energy, and that's what makes it tricky. So, when Saturn goes into retrograde, that may be an ideal time to check in with a shoe and see what it is that he's trying to teach you about yourself. Because a common misconception of the Orisha Eshu is that he just deceives you for the hell of it, and he does not. Anytime Eshu is playing a trick on you, it's because there's a lesson that you are supposed to learn that is dedicated to your growth. We are also in the midst of Neptune retrograde, which went in on June 30th and will be coming out on December 6th. So there's a lot of sixes and nines mixed up in those dates. And Neptune retrograde is the strongest right about now because Neptune is retrograding in its own most powerful house, in the 12th house of Pisces. So those people who are Pisces people, you want to give them a little extra room, give them some space, let them work themselves out because this is their planet that's moving backwards. For the rest of us, let's be mindful of delusionism. Stay grounded to avoid escapism. That means keep an eye on those vices because vices are a means of escaping reality. And since Neptune is a very dreamy kind of planet, this the retrograde calls us to separate our dreams from reality. And how do we do that? Everyday manifestation in what we're trying to accomplish. And that's going to require us to stay grounded, stay connected with your loved ones, as this is not a good time for too much isolation because Neptune is running backwards, so our minds can run away with us. So let's stay connected to our loved ones, check in with one another's emotional states, and make sure we all right. All right, reaccess your dreams though. And what does that mean? Stay consistent, stay diligent, and whatever it is that you are working on. The fourth planet that we're heading into is Venus. Venus is headed into retrograde on July 23rd, will be coming out on September 4th. So Venus has a short retrograde, and that's the planet that deals with love, sex, beauty, and cash. So if you are a Libra or a Taurus, this retrograde is going to affect you the most because it's your ruling planet. So between the 23rd and the 4th will not be a good time to start a new relationship as love going to be moving backwards in a place of regression and reflection. Okay, not a good time to plan weddings, not a good time for anniversary plans or anything like that. If I were you during Venus retrograde, I would not get a new tattoo or a cosmetic surgery. Why? Because those things are pertaining to beauty and you wouldn't want something to go wrong. And a lot of botched cosmetic surgeries more than likely happened while the Venus was in retrograde. When it comes to love, get ready for Groundhog Day, honey, because them exes getting ready to come back and talk to you. It doesn't necessarily mean you're meant to get back together, or it might mean you are meant to get back together. Either way, make sure that you learn your lessons from your past relationships because many of them will be coming back to see if it's time to grow forth or if they are a universal repeat course on the way to love's graduation. Venus retrograde is also not a good time to spend on frivolous things that we don't need. While Venus brings abundance, she still wants us to learn how to be happy and love life with the things that we already have in our hands. I'm iiYansaje Muse. This is your nightly mystic forecast. And when I come back, we are going to get to your nightly tarot draw from the Mother Peace Round Tarot deck. So stay tuned. Ashe. Tarot readings. A lot like peach cobbler. You may have had them before, but you've never tried mine. One focal point of query, two tarot decks, double the clarity. The Deuce's Wild Tarot Spread by iiYansaje T.Muse, brought to you by the Mothership Mystic Boutique. If you're hearing this over Mothership Airwaves, visit the 222.9 The Mothership's Facebook page to book your appointment. If you are seeing this online, then click the link in the comments section to schedule your reading today. Only available on Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Ashe. Lucid day visions, prophetic nightmares, recurring prophetic fantasies, astral travel, day visions, recurring nightmares, prophetic astral travel. Let's explore and decode your subconscious mind and apply our findings to your waking life. Introducing the Circadian Dream Interpretation Readings by iiYansaje T.Muse, brought to you by the Mothership Mystic Boutique. So see the Mother Blue Hues Facebook page to book your appointment today. Or find this fruit on my link tree. Ashe, beam up, and sweet dreams and pleasant day visions in the meantime. Back to the groove. And we are back. So, in case you're just now joining us, I am iiYansaje Muse, bringing you your nightly mystic forecast. So, for those of you that are listening over the Mothership's airwaves, you don't have the advantage of watching. So, allow yourself to just listen in and visit my Moon Daily Instagram, iiYansa's Mother Blue, to take a look at the tarot cards that we read tonight, or you can see the first half of this reading that is on TikTok and the Facebook page. All of that's on my on my the link I'm going to put in the comments section shortly. But right about now, these are the tarot cards that came up earlier today in the read. And so for Moon Day, we have the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is one of the best cards to draw when it comes to love and partnerships and things of that nature. And it came up pointing to the east. See, the reason I love this tarot deck because the cards are round. So whichever way the direction is pointing on the card is pointing to a different direction. And each different direction gives a different reading. So each card has a different message depending on which direction it's turned in, as opposed to whether it turns up right side up or inverted. But this time, the Ten of Cups is pointing to the east. And the cups is the suit of the tarot that represents the waters, the west wind, and the mothers. So it's really aligned that on the day ruled by the waters, a water card shows up. And you know, the mother piece round does that a lot. I notice on moon days when I shuffle the deck and draw a card, it almost always comes up one of the cups. But the Ten of Cups came up, and this is, as you can see, the women are having a party. and they're giving thanks for a bountiful harvest. But with it pointing to the east wind is the wind of new beginnings. Doesn't that line up with that 22-4 energy of mastering a new foundation? It does. So make sure that everything is going well for you, but you don't want to be so driven that you don't give the spirit world room to bob and weave. Because there's a good kind of busy and there's a bad kind of busy. The good kind of busy is when everything is emotionally aligned, everything is, how do I put it, diffused into how it's supposed to be. And the bad kind of busy is when you're keeping yourself busy to keep from dealing with what's really going on with you emotionally. So it's okay to make sure that everything is going according to plan and according to schedule. But you also want to put your spiritual energy into it, which oftentimes taps into your emotions. And my ultimate goal for everyone that comes to see me on a moon day is to make their emotional space somewhere comfortable to be and somewhere comfortable to work out of, as opposed to being something that needs to be avoided. So, with tonight's new moon, set your intentions on landing your bountiful harvest, both spiritually and physically. And you're preparing for a harvest, and that harvest is a new beginning. So, with that 22-4 energy, when you're getting ready to receive a blessing, you're going to have to set the foundation and master it first. And that's how you let the universe know that you're ready. So, with this is the card that came up. And then I flipped the deck over and checked out the bottom side of the card. Watch what happens with this. Bam. It showed up this way. As you can see, this is, the major arcane, the devil card. Ooh, hooky spooky, right? But it also showed up upside down. So what this means is that everybody's negative intentions for you have already failed, just as the devil's tower always comes crashing down. If you are a person that has done things to achieve ill-gotten gain, if you have been the aggressor, this card is a warning that any underhanded, backsliding, nasty, evil, negative intentions of things that you may have in mind, you may want to abort that mission because you are going to fail. The person that you are aiming at, you have already missed, and every negative intention that you may wish on another has already landed back on your head. So those of you that are dealing with adversaries and things dealing with people trying to stop you from reaching your highest destiny and keep you from that harvest, the underside of the tarot deck has already come to let you know that everyone with negative intentions toward you has already failed. Break free from the constraints of your ego self and the constraints of fleshly desires and overcome these things that have kept you down. This card also represents negative karmic patterns that have broken. So, with this card showing up and this card showing up upside down, it is definitely a great thing, especially in the wake of tonight's new moon. This represents spiritual freedom because let's talk a second about the whole devil energy, right? Ifa tradition teaches that there is no devil, there's just a divine trickster. And many people get the Orisha Eshu mixed up with the devil because, once again, Eshu does not play a trick on you unless you have a lesson to learn. And most of the time, that lesson to learn is to choose the spirit self over the flesh self, to let the ego enhance the spirit, not the other way around. And so, with this card turning upside down, this is saying that Eshu is also opening the way to bless those that passed his tricky tests. Should you like a personal reading, then by all means click the link in the description box that I'm about to post shortly. Stay tuned, and when I come back, we will talk about what's to come for tomorrow, Tools Day, when the moon energy shifts into Mars and the emotion just drops E and leaves motion. I'm iiYansaje Muse, and this is your nightly mystic forecast. A question on the heart is the spirit's thirst for clarity. Readings, consultations. I call them intuitive counseling sessions, but you know what I mean. They're kind of like gumbo or peach cobbler. You may have tried many, but you haven't had mine. I can say I met the divine when I was about 9. Ever since I was 16, I found myself wondering, do I have an invisible "please come tell me your business" sign taped to my forehead? Then one day I was sitting at the bus stop at a crossroad, and I had the audacity to ask the goddess, why was I even sent to earth? And I became an ethereal, intuitive counselor. And the universe has been answering that question over and over again, one phone call at a time, for the last 9 years. From there, in between sessions, I began to relentlessly apply, align, and study the ways of the stars and of the ancients. 3 years in, Orisha priestesshood to Oya came knocking. Hence the Iya in the name iiYansaje, iiYansa, an Oya praise name. Oya is the Orisha who brings radical transformation and change. Make no mistake about it now, baby. I am no soothsayer. I am no fortune teller. I'm not a private investigator. I don't cast love spells. I'm not an emotional punching bag. I'm not a spiritual trash dump. I am not a haven for jinn spirits. I give guidance with clarity, with wisdom, with love, with truth. I unlock keys to your spiritual growth and your highest destiny according to your unique design. Ready for some evolutionary change? Let's talk. And we're back. So in case you're just now joining us, I am iiYansaje Muse, and this is your nightly mystic forecast. And we just got out of your tarot read and recapped all the energies from Moon Day. So you got about 2 hours and 20 minutes to make the most of that before the clock strikes 12 and we are officially under the planetary rule, daily rule of Mars. Stick around, those of you that are watching on the video. Tune in to the Mothership Internet Radio for 2 hours in my vision of what love looks like right before we go into your heart chakra healing. And then we go into the rising Bembe to Ogun, and then the divine fathers all day long. So tomorrow's energy. Ogun and Oshun make sweet action. On the 18th, the day will vibrate on a 23-5. Now, in the Orisha tradition, 5 is the number sacred to the Orisha Oshun, and Tuesday is Ogun's ruling day. We all know the story about how Oshun covered herself in honey to bring Ogun back to civilization. So what part of you needs to come out of hermithood, lured by love? It will be the 4th and last Tuesday of Cancer season, the 4th Tuesday of summer solstice. The moon will be waxing in my house tomorrow. Hey, fresh out the new moon. So fresh out the new moon, we headed straight into the energies of the sun's willpower, from shifting from the moon in Cancer tonight, brand new, to waxing in Leo tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to bring a huge shift in your willpower once you finish aligning your emotions tonight. So you got Sun, Mars, double masculine energy, and the moon energy of Cancerian energy. So you're going to have a lot more forward drive tomorrow, and that may be good for you if you set your emotions straight tonight. So increase your willpower and balance with your emotions, and don't forget the lessons to learn from the energies that are in planetary retrograde. So there's the heads up, cosmic heads up for tomorrow. And I hope that was something useful for you. So let me give you a sneak peek on what you'll be getting on the mothership tomorrow once you beam up. And don't touch that dial because this is radio for the road less traveled. Take a look.
Did you enjoy the water wisdom here at Mother Blue Hues? Well, then follow me into Tuesday's greenery, the clearing of the peridot at www.poeticallymuse.org/peridot. That's poetticallymuse.org/PERIDOTPOULTICE. Bet you won't follow me there tomorrow. Ashe.
Green vegetations, plant magic. Ibasheo gun, ibasheo nile, ibasheo chosi, heart chakra, jazz, voices of the fathers, Mars. Welcome to Tuesdays on the Mothership, 222.9. Beam up.
All this spiritual stuff. You need somebody to just make it plain. Are you trying to divinely align? Are you a starseed? Are you too busy building the kingdom, building the queendom to come for all the madness going on in the world today? Methods of emotional healing. Are you taking your first steps down your spiritual path? Want a more practical understanding of the Orisha? Do animals seem to communicate with you? Do you need to sort out some things about love? Do you see numbers? Spiritual signs? Need somebody to just make it plain? Does your love for esoteric wisdom coin you a student of life? Do you like wisdom in poetic bars? Are you ready to debunk the spookism behind ancestor veneration? Want to learn how to make medicine? Want to learn about different tools of divination? Tantric spiritual sex secrets? Ways to utilize each and every moon? Do you walk the road less traveled? Are you considered strange by society? Are you discovering your spiritual gifts? Do you want to taste the power of words through incantation? Do you want to get into some unorthodox Bible teachings? Do you dream often? Do you long to explore the secrets of the earth's endless mysteries? Do you study the stars? Do you need tips on building good character? Do you want to know more about how to interpret dreams? Do you love some good literature? Need somebody to just make it plain? Then indulge in the art. Indulge in the art. And indulge in the art. Indulge in the art. And indulge in the art. Indulge in the art. The art of spirituality in iiYansaje Muse's Orbit. iiYansaje Muse's Orbit is a monthly subscription service that features free and exclusive content dedicated to your versatile, well-rounded, deeper understanding of spirituality. It comes from all angles, teaches all kinds of lessons, and it cooks like a gumbo, a whole bunch of different spiritual ingredients and one spiritually flavorful soup. And let that soup feed your soul and enhance your highest spiritual life. It even features an opportunity to have a one-on-one counseling session with yours truly. So don't get left behind. Get beamed up to the orbit. All proceeds go to 222.9 The Mothership, Mystic Internet Radio. Sign up for the 222.9 The Mothership Internet Radio email list to stay in the exclusive loop of what's going on in the orbit. Ashe. In iiYansaje Muse's Orbit. High-level spiritual wisdom. Fully flavored with no holds barred. And we're back. I'd like to say thank you all for joining me for tonight's forecast. I hope you got something that was able to feed your spirit, give you a little more insight on the quasars, and help you cosmically align with these ever-changing times. So make sure that if you're ready, go ahead and click on that link in the comment section that gives you access to the entire iiYansaje Orbit experience. So you can book readings, get books, and pretty soon you'll be taking some of my online courses so I can teach you how to practically and divinely align and apply all this spiritual wisdom. So that's a pretty big pot of gumbo that's in that comment section, and it's just for you. I wish you all love, light, and happiness. Stay tuned. Beam up those of you that are watching from the video. Beam up and don't touch that dial. And remember, the sky is big enough for us all to be stars. And in the words of George Clinton, free your mind. Your ass will follow. I am iiiYansaje Muse, and this has been your nightly mystic forecast. I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon on Tuesday's Orbit. Ashe.
Every day is special. Why not find out mystically how? This is the forecast on your Mystic Music Haven on the airwaves, 222.9, the mothership. Beam up.